Hello, everybody, and welcome to a throwback to the past. Today, we are taking a look at the dynamic duo Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, Revenge of the Fallen style. So, yes, here is blurry Bumblebee from the Studio Series 49 Bumblebee review I did months ago, if not about a year ago. I don't remember. But here he is. Let's focus him for real this time so he ain't blurry. So yes, here we have Bumblebee. We're going to take a look at him first because he can't transform, because I broke him in some ways when I was little, but he's here, which is most important. So here we have Bumblebee. So Bumblebee is very nicely detailed and movie accurate. I really like the head. The eyes are painted, though some people say he may have seen stuff with the way they just did the dots. It looks cool in my opinion. There's the license plate, pretty scratched off. And I painted the toes a Sharpie, but they have scratched off over time. The wheels are very nice. The robots, car parts are there. Here are the wings, or door wings, very nice, and overall really cool figure. And also, if you notice here, it says Camaro on the side of the car, which is super cool. And instead of having a normal hand on his right hand, he has a blaster, which would fire because it's a firing missile, but mine didn't work. So yeah, it looks nice. It's a display piece. It's kind of like the Studio Series one where you just put it in, nothing fires. And when you transform him, you either have to rotate this or just remove it completely. But since we don't need to transform him, we're just going to keep it on his hand. So now, articulation with Bumblebee. So as you've seen, ball joint in the arms gives a good range of articulation. Bicep swivel, elbow joint, super tight on this figure. Here, wrist rotation because it's on a ball joint, in and out. He also has ball joint at the head, which makes him look all directions mostly. He can look up very far, down very far. He also got the waist articulation, sort of, so he can go side to side in a very weird way, like a nab crunch or an arch. He can move his legs forward, back, to the side, very unimpeded. He's got 90 degrees at the knee. Probably could be a little bit more depending on how you adjust the kibble. And the feet move down and up because of transformation, and the toe moves up and down, up and down. So yeah, very nice articulation for a figure of 2009. Even if mine is a very, very used copy. Well, or at least this is my childhood copy, and it's very well played with. But overall, it's very nice, and I really like it. If we want an honorary vehicle mode for this guy, I'm going to present to you Studio Series 49 Bumblebee. I don't have the Revenge version of this mode, but this is the closest we can get to it, so yeah. Here he is. Very nice Camaro mode, rolls, and a very cool card to have in your collection. So what score do I give Bumblebee? Well, if he could transform and everything, like if this was like the perfect figure, a 10 out of 10 absolutely. This thing is really fun. I love it. So yeah, but now in the condition it's in, a 7. But in my heart, this thing is a 10 still. Okay, now let's get him out of the way so that we can take a look at Optimus Prime. This is the Voyager class and not the famed leader class that everybody, and their grandma has. But yeah, it's very awesome. He rolls really well. There's the other side. Let's take a closer look at him. So I did a custom job because some of the paint faded, but also this was added. Yes, here we go. Some of the paint has kind of scratched off, or like, I don't know, I didn't use paint thinner, so that's why it looks like that. But overall, it's very nice. Gives him this battle damaged look, this worn look, which I wasn't expecting, but it looks great. Also, look, Cybertronian hieroglyphs. Awesome. Oh, and there's more here. Yeah, this is really cool. He's even got the Autobot logo molded there, like in the movie. If you put enough light, oh, they're light piping, yeah. Yeah, you can do it like the light piping, where you can just on, off, on, off. Very cool. Very nice, Optimus Prime. Let's compare him to other vehicles. So here we have Studio Series 49 Bumblebee. Looks very nice with him. Studio Series Soundwave. Another one that looks very nice. Last Night Hound. And last but not least, make some space, everybody. Revenge of the Fallen Demolisher. Very out of scale with that Decepticon. But yes, very cool too. How they all look here. So yeah, there you go. Optimus Prime in this vehicle mode and Bumblebee reviewed. And now we continue with Optimus Prime's transformation. And one small gimmick. So you see this door why it's always open? It's because there's a spring-loaded driver in there. Robots in disguise. Alright, Optimus Prime, where do we begin? So first you go like this. This is the... Oh. I'm gonna try to do it as close to the original as possible. No, I'm kidding. So pretty much right now, my figure has been modified in such a way where I can remove the front cab piece and then you're left with this. We're just gonna get it transformed like normal. Well now, since it don't really matter anymore. Yep, and you get his arms out like that. Then that back of the legs, separate them, do it like this. And then the chest, bang, boom. Now you're only missing the shins. So fold these pieces down. Get that separated. Get out his feet. Get that all the way to the top. Let these automorph things do their thing. Get his legs like that. You'll see these big pegs and those holes. Try to peg them in. You see they're both aligned. You're great. Then you separate it. Go down here. Get out the heels on both sides. And done, pretty much. The most that you do with the backpack that is removable on my custom is, well, or at least like on the original figure, you would adjust this and put it in the back like that. And it would impede the light piping, and that's why his heels are so big, because this was like a counterweight sort of. But this just doesn't look good, so we're gonna keep him in custom mode for this review. So yeah, if you have a figure. With the backpack, you can obviously adjust the missiles in such a way where they would aim forward. I don't remember how exactly you do it, but probably something like that, where you keep it on transformed and you'll be able to do that. But yes, here we go. Optimus Prime in his robot mode and custom painted. This is one of my favorite customs. It's not my favorite custom because the metal paint and the metallic blue paint just looks so good. Like, even with this worn look, it's awesome. Like, now let's look at that head. It's very nice. And there's the light collector. Let's see if we can get a light. Yep. And there he is, light piping. Best I could get it up top. But yes, there he is, shining those bright blue eyes. Now for the articulation, he's got full rotation at both arms. Shoulder moves out. That, bicep swivel, elbow joint, wrist and ball joint like that. The head obviously can rotate side to side, up as much as you want. If you had the backpack on in its original configuration, you used to be able to move like up there, not that much. His legs are ratcheted; they can move forward. Oh, yep, that's a common thing that happens with this one, at least of mine. Move it all the way back, like that. Very nice. And then you can move like this. Thigh rotation. And the feet don't move. They're static. Oh, and the knees, obviously, they bend. And you can fake butterfly joints if you just do this. Prime's got the drip. Okay. So now, I think it's time for comparisons with the other movie figures. No, wait. Not yet. We have one more thing to show off. His accessories. So these are the smokestacks in vehicle mode. So he transformed them in such a way that they look like rifles. That, in my opinion, is very creative and cool. And they got these firing mechanisms, and you can shoot like this or like that. So yeah, pretty cool. So Prime has some firepower. These have a 5mm port there, 5mm peg on Prime's arm. Plug it in, you're done. You got one, now you got two. And you can exchange with both hands. And now Prime is armed up and ready to destroy any Decepticons that's coming by. Like right now, the comparison is here. Prime's gonna... No. Pew. Ah. There you go. He shot him in the face. Just like in the movie. Anyways. Now let's get all the comparisons in the video. So Optimus Prime, Demolishor, old school Bumblebee with droopy missile, movie Hound. I mean, that's ain't Hound. Bumblebee again, and Soundwave. So here's how they all look. So overall, the scale is pretty good, but definitely the new Studio Series figures are very small. But if you wanted a taller plane for your Studio Series collection, I think this one would work really well. I mean, just seeing it, it's pretty tall, and it works. Demolisher, though, he's undersized next to his original, Optimus Prime already. The Optimus Prime he was paired with, like, definitely out of scale. The best scale you can get with this guy is probably for Legends class Optimus, or a very tiny one, because it is supposed to be gigantic, not the size of Prime and Hound. But yeah, overall these look really, really cool. And the last thing I want to show in this video is the Bumblebee comparison properly, because we, or at least I, in the real Bumblebee, we didn't get a good focused shot of these two. So here we go. There they are. The side, the front, the full front, the other side, and the back. Just 1 second. Very similar in some ways and also very different in other ways. But yeah, overall these Bumblebees are really cool. But one definitely has a more complicated transformation. So yeah, let's get Prime back in for his rating, or the verdict in this case. My final verdict for Optimus, 10 out of 10 still. The backpack modification isn't really the best thing ever, but it does make him look more display worthy and also helps you with stop motion too. So still a 10. 10 out of 10 on the Prime and the B. Nostalgia, everybody. These are classics. Not 20 years old yet, but they're classic figures to me. Hehe. 10 out of 10. Alright, everybody. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, afternoon, night, morning, whatever. Alright, thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Say bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Bye, guys.